Today I'm going to show how I get the wool from the locks into a form that is ready to spin on a spindle. So this is a pair of wool combs. They are super sharp and super long, and they are used for exactly what they sound like, combing out the wool. So I have put that in a safe spot because they're very sharp. So I have the wool locks. These are the same ones that I cleaned in the scouring video, the same Cordell Romney fleece from the sheep named Jack. And we carefully put the wool on the combs, load up the combs they call that. And I'm putting it so the tip of the lock is on the outside and the cut end is on the inside. To make it go a little faster, I'm not going to load the comb up all the way. You'd never fill it all the way to the top, but you'd fill it to maybe about here depending on how tangly the locks are. And after doing it a little bit, you kind of get a sense of how much you can handle. That'll be enough for the demonstration. So you hold the full comb in one hand, and with the other hand you work at a 90-degree angle, always working across and away from your body because they are incredibly sharp. And just like untangling human hair, you start at the bottom of the tips, kind of work your way farther up, get any tangles out. This particular fleece was pretty clean, but by doing this I can often shake out, now I'm going to point it down but I'm still working at a 90-degree angle. This will help shake out any little sticks and leaves that might be still in the wool, because sheep are live animals and they live outside and they get leaves and sticks and burrs and things in their wool and their fleeces. Now I'm going to take the last of the wool off of this comb. I set it aside. I'll make dryer balls out of that. And now I do the same thing going back, transferring all of the wool from this comb to this comb. I always hold the comb that I'm working from in my left hand because I'm right-handed. There are also tools that a person can get to clamp one onto a table. I find it easier just to hold it in my hand and keep transferring. Normally we would go back and forth 2 or 3 times. Try to hold the camera real still so people will get dizzy. I have a lovely assistant helping me today. And when I'm done, and I'm not quite done, normally I would go back and forth a couple of times. It's nice and fuzzy, it's kind of like troll hair. Yeah. And then I use a tool called a diz, which this one happens to be a little turtle with holes in it. You could use a button or even a spice lid with some holes in it. Just something with holes in it. I'll put my hook through one of the holes, wrap the wool around just to get it pulled through, and then we pull the wool through the hole to make a nice, consistent, call this roving, actually, it's combed roving. And you have all of the, or comb slivers. And you get all of the fiber pointing in the same direction. To make it easier to spin. When you have all the fiber in the same direction, you can spin a smoother, sleeker yarn. And I'm going to stop there just for demonstration purposes. Normally I would get it all on there. And I'll roll it up into a little nest and set it aside until I'm ready to spin it.